We're live, y'all.
Hello and welcome to our channel, Currency, where currency is our currency. I'm here with Angel Bay. And Angel Bay, you want to give us a word?
Well, yes, thank you for tuning into our live show on Currency is Our Currency with my beautiful co host, Jamila Albay. And we have a special guest, Abdullah Bay. He's going to be dropping some knowledge on the spirituality tip today. I had asked him to come back specifically for this purpose because I know that it's very quintessential for us and our nationality. So he's going to be dropping some jewels on that. And he's also going to be giving us some information about the winter solstice event coming up on December 19th in Delaware. Yes, that part. So, with that said, I would like to give the floor to Abdullah. Thank you for
Hello.
being here.
Oh,
Is
thank you for
live.
having me again.
Yes.
I think I actually did two shows in one day.
Wow. Good for you.
That's the first time I
Busy
spoke
more.
with y'all when I was on, which where I had myself and Joaquin was on with me.
Mm.
And this was Joaquin Bay. And then after the show, we did another one with Jim Malachi Bay. So the spirituality is definitely a topic that has been misrepresented. There's those who talk about it usually go over people's head with the subject. So I wanted to address the subject matter and bring it down to a level in which the common people can understand. They can grasp the concept of spirituality. What the one of the reasons why, and also religion has been misrepresented. So I just want to provide some clarity on what religion is, what spirituality is. Is there a difference between religion and spirituality? So let's examine that. Well, first we'll start off with the etymology of the word spirituality. This means breath. So when you're talking about spirituality in the true sense of the word, in its etymological sense, you're talking about a system of breathing, a system of controlled breathing that can help send more oxygen to the brain. Breathing
Mm.
exercises can use to boost the immune system, can use to increase the circulatory circulation in the body. There's people who actually teach principles, methods of breathing, also to calm the body, anxiety. Those who seem to be suffering from anxiety can use certain methods of breathing, and that's spirituality. The So it's important to first give a etymological perspective of spirituality is. Now you get into higher higher forms of awakening, higher brain centers. It is said that we use 5% of our brain. Some 10, we've heard 10. Now, just look at what we're able to do with the 10% of our brain usage. Now, just imagine if we increase that percentage to 15%, 20%, 25%. And you would say, wow, 25% out of 100%, that's still low. Well, 10% out of 100 is low. So we increase it to 15%. That is a huge jump there based on where people's baseline is right now. So just giving a basic concept of what spirituality is. Now, the masses of people have been giving a distorted presentation of what religion is. People's concept of religion is the idol worshiping, image worshiping, praying to an elephant, praying to a image, a statue, a Buddha statue. So this idol worshiping has been misrepresented as religion, when religion is fact is a system of how to activate the higher brain senses. Also dealing with the area of spirituality and breathing. These stories of religion relate to the stories of cosmology, astronomy. We have the winter solstice, for example, which is coming up, actually next week. So the story of Jesus dying on the cross is actually a true story astronomically. The story does that phenomenon does exist every year. The dying of Jesus on the cross is the story of the winter solstice. The sun is at its lowest point of declination. The apparent motion of the sun moving from its southerly point or apparent southerly motion and going to its furthest extreme southerly point and appears to stand still. Hence the word solstice. Sol, sun, STI, the root word stand. So once that sun is at its lowest point of declination, it hovers for 3 days. Jesus lies in the tomb for 3 days. And that sun moves from its southerly point to its northerly point of ascension. And so that is, in essence, the story of Jesus dying on the cross, or the crucified Savior. And that story is told in many parts of the world. It's the same story. So people's concept of religion is that an actual man, blonde-haired, blue-eyed man, walked this planet 2,000 years ago and was hung from a cross and was taken down, placed in a tomb, and rose after 3 days, rose again. Now, isn't that coincidental, or is it coincidental that this same story occurs astronomically? The sun hovers for 3 days. So once people get a proper concept of what religion is, what spirituality is, then they can ascend. What happens is, and we talked about this, Angel, about how the distortion blocks the ascension. The misrepresentation blocks the ascension of the mind. So what I address in my writings and my presentations is that distortion, because it's that the distortion creates the fear. This fear creates the suppression of the mind, therefore inhibits the ascension. And I take a great amount of time and efforts to address these manners of abuse, issues of misrepresentation, deception, distortion of what religion and spirituality are.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's give more representation of what spirituality is. Now you have an artist, someone who draws pictures. That aspect, the expression, what they call talent. When they say talent, or he or she is talented or gifted. When that person is expressing him or herself, that is an act of spirituality. When you have a interior decorator, and then their ability to express themselves and how they're able to coordinate colors, and you have people who go to school for this, but then you have those who are very good at it. Those who they say, well, he or she's a natural. Well, that natural expression is spirituality. See what I'm doing is presenting it this way because we get into this. Well, you got to have candles. Hold on. You get a prayer rug. You got to do all this. So if you don't do all that, you're not spiritual. You don't light a candle, or you don't put out a prayer rug, or you don't do 10,000 jumping jacks. You're not spiritual. You're not spiritual. And so I'm just making it plain.
Yeah.
So we see acts of spirituality every day, but we don't contribute to that. We don't contribute to natural gifts, talent as spirituality. And so that's why we have to, because people have a misrepresentation of it. If you don't, get on your knees and say a bunch of words, you're not spiritual. Well, that artist that drew that picture, that's an act of spirituality. The dancer.
Yeah.
The dancer. Spirituality. They're expressing. All right? That's spirituality. So now I gave the etymology of spirituality dealing with the science of breathing. And so we're going looking at the expression, the inward expression. And that expression is coming from the unseen, the divine. So you're looking at and then when you let's look at the geometrical shapes of snowflakes, pine cones, seashells, the human body. Has a geometrical code that starts in the unseen world. Geometry is used to unlock the creative force or creative expression, or the geometry expression of the unseen.
Yep.
So to study the unseen, you study that which you see, and you use geometry, that compass and square, and the G in the middle. In fact, I have. Yeah. Here we go. Right. So this compass and square with the G, that's represents geometry. Right. So geometry is the key to unlocking the DNA code of that which you see. You have crystals, that's the seashells, your human body. We are a microcosm of the macrocosm. The concept of correspondence, as above, so below. That which is expressed above replicates herself below. So there is a correspondence. So with that knowledge, now the masses of people need to ascend to this knowledge so that we can become aware of our divine connection with the universe. So we have the divine, the natural, and the national. Let's connect them. Divine, natural, nature,
Mm-hmm.
and the national.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the divine is the unseen. Nature replicates or expresses that which is the unseen in the physical. The national dealing with a people who organize a government, a constitution, and represents those principles in a body of civics in a constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Those principles of holding the balance of society. You know, we have gender, mentalism, correspondence, duality, cause and effect. By analyzing the seen nature, you begin to understand the divine, the unseen, and you replicate that in your society so that you can maintain that harmony. All right. Any questions before I go on?
No.
Now, I wrote a book called The Illuminati.
Hold on, Jamila might have one. Did you have one, Jamila?
Oh, so I know you were talking about the sun, how on the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year is when the sun looks like it's not moving at all for the 3 days.
Yes.
And then the birth of the sun on the 25th. Are we
the birth of the sun
is when the sun starts moving.
Yes.
It's on the rise again. This is where that starts the days to getting longer. We get a little bit more time every day with the sun every day until the longest day, which is June 21st,
Yes.
Summer solstice, correct? Okay, so this birth of the sun has to do with the sun appearing not to move at all and then rising on Christmas. The Christmas or the 25th, the birth, the sun starts to move again.
Literally.
Okay.
Soli Victus, the conquering sun. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So that's what Christmas is the birth of the sun. So Jesus dies and is born again. Dies, born, died, born, dies, born. And that occurs every year. So you can take those same stories that is told in the church and you apply the astronomy to it. So understanding that. Now I said I wrote a book called The Illuminati, Illumination of the Mind. One of the words that's been misrepresented is Illuminati. Ooh, Illuminati. See, the Illuminati. See, the Illuminati, you know, they're about human sacrifice. You know, Whitney Houston, you know, Ray Charles, and you know, human sacrifice. See, the Illuminati. See what happens? See what's happening? See what's happening? Taking that which is sublime and applying it to something that's evil. Illuminati is not it's those who are consciously awakening, or those who are illuminated collectively. Now, it's not some secret society of human sacrifice that controls the music industry, a group of European males. Absolutely not. See the misrepresentation. See the fear. The fear. I have to stay there for a minute so we see what's going on. Ooh, the Illuminati. See that fear? And what does that fear do? It inhibits you from ascending, from seeing the misrepresentation that. So we have to take that which has been misrepresented and place in its proper epistemology, in its proper perspective. If you do not do that and move past that clarification and give people all the information, they're gonna all go. Keep in mind, they're gonna go back to the fear. The fear. Got to address the fear.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the fear. Oh, they're the devil. Yeah, the Illuminati. Ooh. You're gonna go back to the fear. We have to eliminate the fear.
Well, I was gonna say that causes an adverse reaction to people and things and situations when you have fear, and you know they do things that they might not normally do because in reaction to fear. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So in my book Illuminati, Illumination of the Mind, we deal with the musical scale. A440 is an artificial sound that was created by Germans to suppress the mind. A432 is the natural harmonic sound. There were manufacturing companies that tuned instruments at A432, the natural harmonic sound, the universe. And through a conspiracy led by the Germans became the world leaders in mind science. The Germans, Hitler, brought in Tibetan monks. And those Tibetan monks translated the Bhagavad Gita from Sanskrit to German language. And the Bhagavad Gita is the ancient knowledge of mind science. And so the Germans use that ancient knowledge for war. For war. We use that ancient knowledge to advance humanity. The Europeans have used our ancient knowledge and sciences to kill, genocide, cause genocide, for war, destruction. The same science. Same science. Like water. Water, I can drink it. I can also drink it and choke on it. You can drown in it. You can wash with it. It's the same water. Oh, the water's bad. No, the water's evil. No, the water's not evil. Your intention. So let's say Jamila and I go to the same school that deal with magic, witchcraft, herbology, chanting, and we have the same teachers for 10 years. Now we graduate with this knowledge of how to activate the higher brain senses and witchcraft and, sorcery. All right, dealing with manipulation of the elements. And so she decides to use the knowledge to advance humanity. I decide to use the knowledge for evil, to suppress. It's the same knowledge. So is the knowledge bad or am I bad?
You're bad.
So it's the intention.
It's like Frankenstein.
So this is where Absolutely.
That part and that part.
So we have to address the fear factor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so the key, once again, is to understand what spirituality is. Now, I want to address one of my favorite subjects, because the reason why this is one of my favorite subjects is that this image has been gravely distorted, misrepresented throughout the world, and has caused the greatest fear. The greatest fear. The goat. The goat, the ordinary goat, has been misrepresented, distorted, made to be grotesque and gory looking. It's been misrepresented as the devil worldwide. Ask people what the devil look like. Well, the horns. The devil. The horns. The pitchfork. The devil. You dumb Abdullah, you don't know what the devil looks like? Yeah, the devil with the tail and the pitchfork and the horns. All right, so there's been a misrepresentation. The devil, which is actually an ordinary goat that's been distorted, that's been made to be appear to be gory, is an ancient symbol of fertility, fecundity, power, and woman. And so fear is the major factor that has to be addressed here and eliminated. But in order to do that, you have to go to the origin, the original intent, the true intent of the image, the epistemology on how our ancestors used it. And then you begin to understand the distortion, the misrepresentation, the motive behind the distortion. And so we have to travel back through a Sankofa and be able to come forward with a proper mindset, the proper epistemology. Now, we have to ascend. So it's important that we have the proper concepts about world culture. One of the another misrepresentation that inhibits the spiritual growth and development of humanity is the misrepresentation that culture has many layers, or that there's many cultures, when in fact there's a one world, there's a ancient world society, ancient world culture. On the book, Angel, show the book cover. Illuminati, show my book cover. Now, you see the book cover there. Notice what I do. I show one world culture. World culture. All of these images represent the same, that pineal gland. But the masses will say, oh, man, that is representative of 10 different cultures. See that? How's that 10 different cultures? How is it different? How's that 10? How does that represent 10 different cultures when it represents the same? How's it different? What's different? The images are different, but the meaning, it directs to the same. It directs to the pineal gland. So that means that there's a what? A oneness in knowledge. A oneness in knowledge. So the masses can't see. See that misrepresentation there? And so I put a lot of emphasis on clarifying misrepresentation, because I know that that is where the disunity, what causes the disunity, what causes the fear. Until we address that, you can't move forward. No, let's address this misrepresentation.
Yep.
Take that image that they call the devil. What I did, once I began to understand the truth behind the devil, its origin, its true meaning, I had to address my fear. That image haunted me throughout my childhood. I recall many times dreaming about that image they called the devil, many times in my childhood. And I recall that image chasing me. And you know how I'm lying in bed trying to get up out of my sleep, trying to wake myself up out of my sleep. And I can't get my head up. And I finally, get my head up and sit up in the bed like, oh, scared to death. So I had to address that fear. So what I did, this is what I did. I had the image on the computer or on my phone, or I would print out the gory images they call the devil, and I would embrace it. I would hug it. I would stare at it. I would kiss it. I know it's weird, and I don't mind you calling me weird. But that's how I did it. That's how I did it.
Yeah.
I had to stare at it. And it's because I understood its true meaning, its true origin. And it's where it came from. Its true representation. I'm no longer afraid of it.
You had to bring the subconscious to match the conscious. That's what you were doing. You had to bring, what was in your genetic DNA and make it confront what the reality was programmed for you to think.
Absolutely.
And say, nah, I ain't doing that. I'm going to change the narrative and by any means necessary. That part.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I had to do. This is why I put a lot of time in addressing the fear, because we're not going to be able to sin if you don't.
That part.
The masters did that to suppress the mind, because it's in our DNA.
Yep.
What I'm saying, we know it already, but it's been suppressed. There's that fear suppressing the distortion. So they had to take that which is the truth and use a topsy-turvy and twist it. That's what they did. Oh, we gotta, inject the fear factor in it to get the people from it, to disconnect them from it. Yep. So any questions before I go on?
Other than it's very interesting that you mentioned that Frankenstein, Jamila, because I'm penning some books, and the second book that I'm going to be penning is a piece called Frankenstein. So
all right,
that part, just letting that be known, because
Thank you, fine, Dr. Eagle. Well, speaking of all these astrological events, there's an astrological event that's happening tonight, the Northern Lights. I was hoping to see it. I was trying to see it earlier. Yes, they said it's a 6,000
It's called the
year
Northern Light
event,
No.
and we're
All
supposed
right.
to be able to see. Yes, I believe it's part of this galactic belt thing that's happening on the 18th. That's why I wish Odin was here. So I don't know. I was just we're speaking about
You know about
astrology
6,000.
and
Yeah, all right, got you. Because
know,
right.
yeah. Supposed to be able to see it all over the country, but I've been looking, I don't see it yet. So okay,
Man.
well, moving along.
Now, Angel has in the background the halo. She has the image of a sister with the halo.
Yeah, can you see it? Like
And that halo, that represents the illumination of the mind. The sunlight stimulates the serotonin and melatonin of the brain. So that halo, all right, represents that illumination. Now the heart, you see images of statues with the heart open out, coming being shown. That is the heart chakra. So you have the heart chakra, and that crown is that, you have your seventh chakra, your crown chakra. Now the throat is your sixth chakra. Now the word chakra in Sanskrit, it means circle of fire. And the chakra, you have crystalline. So the crystalline form stores memory. The elephant is used as a symbol of cellular memory. They have
elephant never forgets.
In Sindhu, what we call Hindu and what the British call India is a annual festival of Diwali. And the elephant is used as that symbol. Now, once again, misrepresentation. Why are they praying to the elephant? Why are they honoring the elephant? Why they make that which is made in the factory by man? Man makes these elephants in the factory. How can that which is made in the factory by man be greater than man? Why are you praying and bowing down to an elephant made in a statue in a factory? Diwali, Ganesh. See what's happening? The knowledge is lost. The knowledge of what the image represents is lost. It's the cellular memory. We're the elephant. The cellular memory. See what this, and this is worldwide. This idol worshiping is worldwide. Don't think it ain't just among some black, nigga, colored, Latino, Spanish, Puerto Rican, and Europeans here. This is worldwide. See what's going on? Praying to, and at that, we got people praying to a male statue. Now, if it was female, I'd be fine with that. But male, now, how they praying to the male statue? Male, is that why? Because it was female. So how did it get from praying to honoring female deities worldwide to these male whatever.
Mm.
Because they're not male deities. How did that come about? How did it come about? That these
Remix that part.
Buddha,
They remixed it.
Confucius, male.
Suppressing the
Jesus, male. All these, this male, 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 male. He, and he, he, and he is the greatest. He, the Almighty He, the He, and He's going to get you. God don't like ugly. He, well, yeah, God don't like ugly. She, yeah, throw him out the church. He said she. She, why you say she, Abdullah? Why you say he?
Well, in my opinion, they knocked off the S because I had an epiphany not too long ago that the S you mirror it and then you have the 8, the infinite number. So and that would represent above and below the S, that part. So they took that off and then they just left it with the he. They got rid of infinite she. And
Now, what about you have these female deities now and female ancient sites, deity sites, fertility sites. So how did the images, talking about the male images, how did that come about? Because that was not proliferated worldwide. You're talking about war. You're talking about, and then the matriarchal and matrilineal system where the wealth is preserved through the mother's side of the family. It was called, you have polyandry. Polyandry is where women can have more than one husband. That's polyandry.
Yes, sir.
Polygamy is males having more than one wife. That's polygamy. But it was polyandry.
Polyandry.
That system preserves the birthright, this preserves the inheritance. It preserves the estate through the mother line of the family. Once you suppress that and then replace that system of birthright, inheritance, protection, and preservation, and introduce the patriarchal or patrilineal system, that's birthright theft. Because now what you're doing, you're changing the line. You're changing the line of descendancy. That's stealing the birthright. It's birthright theft. Because we have to understand why was matriarchy and matrilineal system instituted in the first place? You have to first know that. Why was it instituted in the first place? Or just a good idea? Or just to have, and why has it been suppressed? When did the patrilineal system come about? Why did it come about? How did it come about? What's the motive behind that?
Yeah, that part.
My males, goes to the male. The male born. No. Angel, you have, all right, let's do Jamila. Jamila, it doesn't go to your son. Wouldn't go to your son.
Goes through there,
and it has to go to your sister's
it goes to my
daughter,
daughter, and they know this. That's
niece,
with the whole probate. What probate?
Right, wouldn't go to your son. Right, wouldn't go to your son.
The daughters.
Yes, your daughter, or you have a daughter, your niece, or your aunt.
Yes, that part.
It's not the firstborn.
Yes.
If it's the firstborn, the male.
Right. That's why when someone dies in the family, right.
No, it's not the firstborn.
Big issues.
Birthright that we have to see. We have to understand to restore, because that's birthright. We have to. That's birthright theft. They're changing the line of descendancy. They change that matrilineal system is put in place to preserve, to protect the inheritance. Once we're clear on that, we will restore with knowledge. Knowledge, you have to rise with knowledge, not emotion, not feel good.
Ooh, well, I gotta say something right quick, because you just mentioned a few things that some men in this here world think that because they're the man, they have the protection, they have the provide, and they have what's the other one you just mentioned? There was a third one. I can't call it. You just said it though, but they can.
But why though? But why?
Huh?
That's why though. Why? I don't want to, because I don't want to get. All right. Let's look at why though. Why do the males think that though? Because remember, the males were brought in we brought it in the same distortion you had brought up in. We brought up in the same distortion, the same suppressive system as you have, the male women have. So why? Why do males think that?
Programmation.
Because males didn't think that. So I'm saying before, during the heyday of the matrilineal system, males helped to preserve that. That was an understanding that we were brought up in that knowledge. Males were brought up in that knowledge and that system. Why
strength? Do they like, okay, so my dispositional opinion is like they equate muscle strength to power, authority, and the ability to lead.
But why? But that doesn't answer why. You're right, but I'm asking, why do they do that? Why do they quit? Why? Why do you're telling me what males think, how males think? I'm with you. I don't disagree with that. I'm asking you why. Why do males think like that? Are you explaining to me that males think like that?
Why?
See, you have to ask the why. You have to. Why do males think like that? It's called socialization.
Okay, that part. And I wasn't going to get there on my own.
Hear me out. Hear me out here.
I wasn't.
Both males and females. All right, now you have a boy. Stop crying. You're acting like a girl. So what? From that. So now what's happening?
Yeah.
Remember, women do this too. But why? See what's happening. Just look at. See what's happening. Stop crying. You're acting like a girl. So what they're associating what? Weakness. To what? To who?
Feminine.
See. Remember, women do that too. But why? Why do they do that? Why is that common? Why is that statement?
To undermine the mother.
Why does that statement exist? Why in that society? That is in the fabric. Why does a statement like that in the fabric of society? Why do they associate weakness to women? Why is that in the fabric of society? Why is weakness associated to women?
The strongest people out here. You ever had a labor pain, you know.
Or bad cramps.
Strong.
Oh, you kidding me? I could destroy a wall if I needed to with them cramps. I'm just saying, back in the day before I got all healed and stuff. But, are you serious? And then let's not even talk about if a mother saw her child being, ran over by a car and the ability to just like not even
Lift
think,
the
but
car.
lift the car up. I mean, but then hold on, the cliches that is in the world, let's say Mama Bear, don't mess with Mama Bear because she'll tear your head off, like my cub, my child, because the black mother bear, like we all know, you don't mess with the cub. Let's go for the lion, the tiger, the elephant, all these animals in the wild. We're sitting here and we're saying the mother will kill you. The father will be off God knows where doing God knows what. But the mother is the one responsible to protect, to provide, to teach, to lead.
To teach. Hence why I keep my son very close to me. He also would like to do a demonstration before he goes.
By all means, please.
So, but just Asa, come. You can come to your demonstration now. Yeah, and a lot of these, like in the Jewish culture, everything goes through the mother. You can't be a Jew unless your mother, right? Of course, yes. It's our culture, yes, but yes. So, right, you cannot be if your mother is not, you're not. And then like when there's an issue with property, somebody dies or what have you, it goes through the probate court, through the substitute mother. Come here, son, you can do it. So with that being said, son is going to give you a short demonstration on the fez. Come. All right.
Hi.
Hello. So what do you want to tell us about the fez? What does the fez represent?
Hello. You put it on my mic.
Sorry, Bubba. Go ahead.
Hello, and my name's Asa, and the fez, so this part of the fez, the red, means my mommy's womb, and so, and the tassel means the umbilical cord. So.
And what's this part?
This part is.
Come. You're live. What part is that? What is it?
Belly.
Right, the belly button, the navel.
Navel.
Right, because Moors are master navigators. Okay, so yeah, we were just talking. All right, go ahead. You're tired. He's tired.
I just want to go back to my pillow fight.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, so I just thought it was a fitting moment to speak about this because, right, everything is through mother, including the fez that the males wear on their head.
That adorns their
honor
head.
Of mother. So.
Yes, ma'am. But we still didn't answer the question of why this is, though. I mean, because we somehow kind of sort of answered it, but I mean, I'm looking for that answer that hits. So I'll wait.
Abdullah.
Yes.
The why?
Yeah.
The why. I thought you was gonna bring in a call. All right. We talked about the why, right?
Well, you gave I thought there was more to that why.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I was just talking. I mentioned socialization, right? And what led to the socialization is, you're talking about suppression of women, the killing of women, because they had you had the this ancient system of this matrilineal, matriarchal polyandry system that was instituted to preserve the birthright and the inheritance. And so this system was of suppressing that. There are millions of bloods that is at the hands of the sword, on the sword of on swords. The blood of millions of women are on the swords of a lot of the men. You had women clans who rule. So they're For instance, you had Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, who forbade images. Now the question is why? Why did Prophet
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad forbade the use of images? Because those images, female, there should not be any graven images. So hold on. Let me see. So this Johnny come lately guy, Prophet Muhammad, said there shall not be any graven images. Now, if I go all over the world, I go to the Vietnam mountains, the Java mountains, and I see these images, hieroglyphs, pictograms. I see all these images, stoneheads and figurines and statuettes worldwide. And this Johnny come lately dude named Muhammad said there should not be any images. Johnny come lately. Wow, isn't that something? Who is he? There should not be any images.
And more importantly, why? Mm-hmm.
To suppress the ancient knowledge of the matriarchal, polyandry, and matrilineal system of preserving the birthright. So now you have this polygamy, this male dominating women. See what's happening?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I see it. Oh, I know it. Is very clear to me. I have
But keep in mind that this
plenty
is
conversations.
socialization, though. So it's not males that you know that are doing this on their own accord. We've been socialized from childhood into this patriarchal, which is the matrilineal, matriarchal, polyandry suppressive system. I mean, that the patriarchal system, it suppresses that ancient knowledge and system of matrilineal, polyandry, and matriarchal. So that's what patriarchy represents. It's not patriarchy is not a true honor system.
But a lot of religions,
it's not a true honor system. It's a system of suppressing the matriarchal system.
But I gotta say this though, a lot of religions have been, for the lack of a better word, birthed out of that whole idea of suppressing, keeping down the feminine, the female, And I said not for nothing the word birth because a man can't give birth. So that's the irony of the whole thing of birth. The religion was birth, and they keeping down the woman who does that very thing, gives birth.
Oh, let
me part.
Look at. Let me see. The Great Cosmic Mother. Let's see. Marx and the Matriarchy. The First Sex. Let me go to him. Just looking. This is a very good book here, The Great Cosmic Mother, Rediscovering the Religion of the Earth. The Great Cosmic Mother, Rediscovering the Religion of the Earth. All right. I'm just looking at some of the patriarchal culture. The patriarchal culture, which is part 4. the patriarchal culture and religion. This is what you're talking about, Angel. God as Father. This is the misrepresentation. God as Father, the Olympian male, son's victory over the dark mother, the sun god, jealous God, split in the garden, life as a mistake,
Mm.
life as a mistake.
Mm-mm-mm.
Stop there. Life as a mistake.
Mm-mm.
Let's go on here. The witch hunt, denial of the mother, denial of the people, the divine homosexual family,
Mm.
the
Mm.
machine,
Mm.
beyond the
Woo.
male god in his machine, the magic flight home. We spell the world. So that is part 4. Let me go to look at part 3. Women's culture and religion in the Neolithic times. Women's culture
Mm.
in the Neolithic and religion in the Neolithic times. Let's look at that. The first settled villages, Southeast Europe, the bird and snake goddess, the megalithic tomb, the moon and the stone, the islands of Malta and Gozo, 12 circling dancers, Earth's spirit, serpent, spirals, and blind springs, underground caverns and alchemic mysteries, the goddess at Avery in Britain, Moontime, the great intellectual triumph of women's culture, lunar calendars, moon mines, moon mother, the cow goddess and new food, mother and daughter and rebirth, mother and daughter and rebirth, the
Mm-hmm.
moon tree, the dark of the moon and moon blood, moon and womb, menstrual rights and taboos, the original woman, witch, rebel, midwife, and healer, goddess of the witches, Crete in the Bronze Age, Tantra in the World Spring.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Part 1, women's early culture, beginnings, the first sex. In the beginning, we were all created female. Marx in the matriarchy. Marx, I think it's called Marx. The original black mother. Well, women as culture creators. Part 2, women's early religion. The first mother.
I need to
The
get that
organic
book.
religion of early women. Female cosmology. The creation of the universe. The cosmic circle. Serpent.
Mm.
The world egg. Yin yang. The Ghana Andros, Great Mother, Mysteries of the Throne, The Cave, and Leviath, the Cult of the Dead, The Mother of Wild Animals and the Dance. All right, so I've had this book for years. Once again, The Great Cosmic Mother, Rediscovering the Religion of the Earth. All right. 10:18 here.
Mm.
Can I present the program?
Yeah.
The United Republic of Morocco is having her first annual winter solstice program on Saturday, December 19th, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's all in the
And,
description box, y'all. Take a look at the description box.
Take a look at the scripts. Thank you. Yeah, Winter Solstice Festival, December 19th, 2020. To
Yes.
register, we have that there too.
It's all in the description box. It'll show
Everything
up
in the
when.
description box. The register,
Mhm.
the United Republic of Morocco.com forward United Republic of Morocco.com /winter dash solstice / all
Yep.
right. And there's 15 for virtual Zoom virtual and 35 for attendance. Children under 16 free. Yours truly. We one of the lecturers, Shil Malachi Bay, Jaleel Hugh Ill, Tamara Ill will be the hostess. Pacola Kosar Ill will be performing. Crystal John, lecturer, and then we have Jamal Bay, Hive of the High Vibes. He'll be coming and doing some music too. So then we have a vegan cook. Then you know the sister Kiana. Thank you.
Kiana, that's my homie.
Kiana be in the
Yeah.
house. Vegan cook.
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
vegan cook. That's right. That's the sister that was there that Sunday at the program.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yep. So I got to get up at 5:30 in the morning. I thank y'all for having me.
Well, I'm finna say I am so thankful that you came and graced us with your presence on this show.
Yeah, just want to
And
enlighten people.
And my thought just now, which I have a piece I had penned in the first book that I'm about to publish, about being naked, because you were speaking about how the women and the images and all those different things, and it's like, well, if we are supposed to be seen and heard, why are we supposed to be shrouded and covered up? My thought is because men do not know how to control their nature. And so,
all right, once again, socialization, all right, because that's not all over the world now. Now, because you have in Africa,
true.
So that's one. Yeah, do you have in Africa where they have women, are walking around topless. That's just a normal. I mean, the men know. Then women are not gawking at them. Oh, hey, you sexy, and So why is that the case? I mean, like, why is that the case? Why can women dance? You know what I mean? With no showing their breasts. And all right, so they come over here. Those same women who come over here, and they're on 125th Street in Lenox. What's going to happen?
They're going to get raped. They're going to be talked about. They're going to be, misunderstood. They're going to be.
Let me suck on that. Oh, look on big ass titties. But I'll say why?
Yo, I declare there's nothing by accidents when it comes to me. I didn't know what you was going to be talking about all this, but I decided to wear this shirt today. And like you mentioned the heart, and like this is like a heart shape, and so I'm on point all day.
That because I remember Cometa you telling me this. Cometa you, Bay. He said that he was in Harlem, and there were sisters from a continent in one of the nation states in Africa, and they came over and did their dance, and they danced topless, and they brothers, did their, what they was going to, because we've been socialized the way we've been socialized, and the women were so embarrassed, and they went to cover up, and so it's socialization. It's social. That's all it is. Because had we been brought up the same way as those males over there that don't do that, then that wouldn't be socialization.
And religion.
That's it. It's just socialization.
No, not religion. I think it's also religion as well. The religion fortifies the socialization.
The misrepresentation of religion, not true religion.
Well, I
not
thought we were
true.
supposed to be spiritual. I mean,
What's
because
that?
I am. I said I
No,
thought we
that's
were
not.
supposed to be
That's mind control. What
spirituality.
they call religion is not religion. That's mind control.
Yeah.
Remember, that's why I gave. That's why I gave those something. That's why I talked about the origin of the devil. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, remember what they call the devil. Remember, that's made up.
Yeah.
That's from a truth though. Remember that image comes from a truth though. It
Mm-hmm.
comes from an ordinary goat that represents fertility, power, and woman.
Yeah.
So that comes from a truth.
Mm-hmm.
And they distorted that to
Yeah.
suppress the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
The image of the story of the winter solstice, the death of Jesus, that comes from a truth, an astronomical truth.
Yeah.
And of course, they got people thinking it's an actual male.
Hmm. The lie.
It's not an actual male.
Mm. And then they summed it up with the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It's like, where's the feminine
And
in
once
that
again,
part?
father. See, father. Here you go, father again.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's that Muhammad stuff. That father.
Mm-hmm.
Mother. Where's the mother at?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the she?
Oh.
Where's this he come in? He, father, 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 he.
Well, that sounds like you're laughing at this point. He. You think?
I mean, we got to change this world. We have to change this. We got to change this. We as people we got to change this.
Oh, I'm with it.
There's no praying and all that. We got to change this. We have to connect to the divine. We have to connect to the divine, the
Well,
unseen
here
world.
I am.
The unseen world and the manifestation of the unseen world. Women are the greatest manifestation of the unseen.
Yes.
It's misrepresentation though. It is. It's
Yes.
misrepresentation.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get back to the inheritance. We got to get back to the matrilineal and matriarchal principles of ancient civilization. We got to get back to honoring the principles of the feminine principles that's been brewed and expressed to women. We got to get back to express and honoring nature and connecting to the unseen world. We got to get back to these divine principles. We're gonna be done, If it's gonna be done, she's not playing.
Oh, I know I'm
She
not.
will
So,
kill you.
with that
She will
said,
kill you.
I mean,
will
I can
kill
only
you.
imagine what Mother Nature's feeling because I'm
She
not
will kill
playing.
you.
I'm not playing. Mm-mm.
She
I
will
don't
kill
play.
you.
Mm-mm.
Because you gotta understand that when nature is out of order,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna to heal herself. It's natural. It's that divine intelligence. She's gonna heal herself. That takes earthquakes, volcano eruptions, whatever
Mm-hmm.
it takes to heal herself.
Tornadoes. And I'm
Tornadoes,
air. I'm just.
tsunamis, whatever it takes to heal
Mm.
herself, she will kill us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just got to tell her. I mean, hey, I mean, it is. I mean,
Keep it
hey,
100.
we're out of order. We're too far out of order. We're too far.
Mm-hmm.
We're too much imbalance.
Mm-hmm.
Too much imbalance. We have to bring harmony to the ecosystem and balance.
Wow. Hmm.
And this is
Huh.
why you have to understand nature, so that you don't go too far.
Mm-hmm.
We're going too far. We're going too far.
There's autocorrect, and it's happening. Mm-hmm. It will happen.
Yep. So thank you again for having
I'm
me.
conscious. I'm woke, and shit. Listen here. I'm connected and I know my shit, and I'm gonna do my part. Let's just say that.
Well, that's all we can do.
I'm gonna do my part. That part.
All right. So thank you again for having me.
Islam, peace,
Islam.
and I will see you next weekend.
Yes. All right. Peace.
All right, peace. Thank y'all for watching. Currency is our currency, and we are out of here, y'all. Peace and love till next time.
Peace, everyone.